This was posted about roughly 1 hour after the announcement came out. Before you go to the comment section and say what you're about to say about Carson Beck, please answer this. Can you blame the guy? I can't. You can't even hate Carson Beck for this. It's too sweet of a deal.
I know my boy only pop out once every now and then, but when he pop out with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you are having a great start to your weekend. Hope all of you are having a great Saturday. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. Man, oh man, we gotta talk about the breaking news involving good old Timmy, aka Carson Beck. I've had a ton of you guys comment and tweet at me within the past 24 hours saying, yo Matt, you was right, you called it. If you don't know what I'm referencing or referring to, you're gonna see in just a second, a little foreshadowing. But like I told you guys when I predicted this, number one, not a genius, don't claim to be, and number two, common sense, and number three, not rocket science. It's just putting two and two together. We do have one other topic to speak on in today's video, and that is no other than a very good quarterback in the Power 5. He's just declared for the NFL draft. When I say Power 5, I sometimes do that. It is now the Power 4, but you get what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm about to say next. Strap in, buckle up, get you a snack, get you a popcorn, get your favorite meal you like to eat when you watch a video, because trust me, I do the same thing. But all right, man, blah, blah, shut the crap up, not up further ado. Let's get into it. First things first, before we even get going, I had a lot of you asking, I did survive the snowstorm in northern Alabama. I was updating you guys on Twitter, by the way. If you want to follow the Twitter for updates and stuff, feel free to do so. It's the same as the YouTube channel. We got around 6 to 7 inches, wound up building a snowman, went sledding on some hills. It was a great time. But here's what I want to say, and we're going to get a move on. I don't know if some of you guys were seeing the videos from Atlanta, Georgia, but them guys and girls, people in general, were going crazy.
I know my boy only pop out once every now and then, but when he pop out with that. Oh boy, oh my God. Look at that boy. And he got the studs in. Oh my God. Chase Blanket. Oh, wee.
I just want to give some recognition to Atlanta, Georgia, and I believe that area code is 404. Shout out to them. I really enjoyed seeing all those Atlanta snow videos, so shout out to them. They know how to have fun. Secondly, before we get into the football stuff, we got not one, not two, not three, but 4 super chats that I want to give recognition to. The first one's from Psycho. Shout out to Psycho for being a member of the channel as well. He super chatted $20 to say, Marquise. Bro, are you serious right now? I ain't gonna hold you. I'll overlook that for the 20 ball. Much appreciated. Like always, that's gonna get reinvested into the channel, and that's gonna go to a good cause. Thank you, my brother. But it gets even better. I did a little vlog. Some of you may have seen it where I showed you guys all the snow in northern Alabama, showed you my snowman and whatnot. And these are where the 3 other super chats came from. From Pancakes434, shout out to you, man. Hope you're being safe out there. Roll Tide. Roll Tide, brother. Tip of the sauce. Shout out to Tip of the Sauce, but more importantly, the Michigan fan base. Love those guys. The Michigan fan base is so underappreciated. I say it all the time. One of my favorites out there. They won a national championship last year and didn't even talk all that much crap. Like, you would think with the amount of crap Ohio State fans have been talking the past 6 years, they would be on a 7-peat or going for a 7-peat at this point in time, but I digress. But getting back on track here, he said stay safe, and you already know, we always doing that. But here's the last one, and guess who it's from? Psycho again. My guy Psycho super chatted a 50 burger! A 50 burger! And this was a better comment. He just said, Marquise, not my name, but I'm going to let it slide for the 50 ball, you know what I'm saying? Be having fun. You know what they say, you can't hide money. He donated $70 in total. He got the money on, man. He got it. But on a serious note, thank you to all 3 of these individuals you're looking at right here for supporting the channel even more than what you already do. Just watching, liking the video, subscribing, that's more than enough. But this right here, that's just the cherry on top. And I know some of you don't care. You're just here for the football stuff, and you're probably annoyed we're not talking about it. But man, when somebody donates or gives you their hard-earned money, I feel like you gotta recognize it. Getting that out the way, let's get into the football stuff and the main reason you clicked onto this video. And guess what? We're starting out with the main topic first. And that is no other than Timmy, aka Carson Beck. Last time we talked about Mr. Carson Beck, it was the breaking and shocking news that took the college football world over by storm. He announces he's taking his name out of the NFL draft and leaving, let me repeat that, leaving Georgia. We've already talked plenty about that. If you want my full analysis and opinion, thoughts on that, go check out the previous video. And in that video, it was like, what was it, about the 5-6 minute mark, we're discussing it, and I just had like a instant, holy crap moment. It all made sense. Because I was sitting here trying to figure it out with you guys in the video. More times than not, when you see a quarterback enter the portal, it's for 1 or 2 reasons. Number 1, they want NIL money, or number 2, they want to play for a better team or a team that can compete for a championship. Why it's so weird is because Georgia can do both of those things. They can give Carson Beck money, and They're one of the best teams in all college football. So you see what I'm saying? It's kind of like, why is he leaving? That's then when I had the holy crap moment. I think I know why. His girlfriend, Hannah Cavanagh, one of the Cavanagh twins, she goes to Miami. Ah, yes, it's adding up. But I think you could also throw this in there. He's sick and tired for playing for Mike Bobo. It just makes too much sense. Carson Beck's from the state of Florida. His girlfriend's in Florida, Miami. They also, ironically enough, need a new starting quarterback. And last but not least, the final piece to the puzzle, they have a ton of NIL money. They've made it exponentially clear they are more than willing to dish out the guap, the pesos, the doubloons, the Benjamins, whatever you want to call it, for a good starting quarterback. And we'll talk about this a little as well. I'll show you the graphic yet again. They narrowed it down, when I say they, I guess just whoever made this in the media, to 3 teams. Miami makes sense. Lil Bro State doesn't make that much sense. And here's the wild one. I don't even know. I think they just threw this on there for jokes. Texas Tech. I'm not even going to sit up here and ridicule the Texas Tech one. We already did that. Ohio State, I don't even think they'd want him. So, yeah, the clear and obvious one was Miami. I told you guys in video I thought he'd be going to Miami before all this news came out. And, yeah, it was made official. You see it right here. Yesterday, the breaking news came out that Carson Beck, he's committed to Miami. Shocker, right? No, it's not shocking. And let me ask you a question. A real dead serious question. Before you go to the comment section and say what you're about to say about Carson Beck, please answer this. I'm being dead serious. Can you blame the guy? I can't. Expectations way lower. Miami's probably going to give him anywhere from $2.5, $3 million. That's probably a little more than Georgia was willing to give him. You get to be with your girlfriend every night. I mean, this is a dream. He is living every man's dream. Depending on the type of competitor you are, and I think he is extremely competitive, but some people much rather play for a team like Miami where the expectations aren't as high. He can win 8 to 9 games next year, and he's big chilling. That fan base ain't going to be mad. I mean, that's just reality. It's what it is. But Georgia, could you imagine them winning 8 or 9 games next year? Whew, that fan base be livid. Oh, yeah, I meant to show this earlier, but better late than never. And this is what I found funny, because I actually stated in that video as well, if y'all remember, Miami is most definitely tampering with Carson Beck. Do I care? No, because everybody's tampering. It's just what college football is now. But you might want to take a look at this. I just thought it was funny. Carson Beck, he entered the portal with a do not contact tag, which means, yeah, Miami was tampering with him. I already know you're going to have some people say, well, Matt, what are you trying to say, man? You trying to say Miami cheated to get it? No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just telling you what happened. For those of you that don't know what a do not contact tag is, I'll break it down to you. It's relatively simple. You don't see this a lot, so I feel like there's going to be some of you watching this video that are kind of confused. But don't worry, your boy Matt will enlighten you. Normally, when you see these players enter the transfer portal, you're not going to see a do not contact tag. They enter the portal, and all these teams reach out to them. But when you see a player enter the portal with a do not contact tag, that means schools can't reach out to them. So I know what you're sitting there saying. Well, Matt, if schools can't reach out to him, how's he going to go to a certain school? Ah, good question, my friend. I'll load to answer it. In other terms, this means Carson Beck already predetermined where he was going before he even entered the portal. That then leads you to ask this question. Well, Matt, how did he know where he wanted to go before he entered the portal? Because technically teams can't reach out to him before he enters the portal, and you're 100% correct. However, in the current state of college football right now, the chaotic mess it is, yes, teams are most definitely tampering before players enter the portal. It happens every day. I'll break it down to you. Here's what went down and happened. Miami reached out to him while he was preparing for the NFL draft and said, hey, if you don't want to go to the NFL draft, we'll give you a couple $1 million. Georgia gave you 1 Lambeau? Ha, that's cool. We'll give you 3. Mario Cristobal, who's a heck of a recruiter, not so much a heck of a coach, said, yeah, you're going to be starting quarterback. Oh, yeah, and by the way, don't you want to be your girlfriend? She's down here. You can't even hate Carson Beck for this. It's too sweet of a deal. And also, I get the feeling like Georgia was kind of pushing him out the door, but that's just me. They're ready to move on to Gunnar Stockton. That's the feeling vibes I get from that program, but that's a different video for a different day. And if you think his girlfriend didn't play a huge part in him deciding to go to Miami, I beg to differ. And if you don't want to take my word for it, let me show you this. This was posted about roughly 1 hour after the announcement came out. I can't play the music with it because it's copyrighted, but as you can see, it's Carson Beck and his girlfriend, and they're just dancing. As far as it goes for, is this good for Miami? I'd say heck to the yeah, but here's the other question. Is it good for Carson Beck? And I'd say heck to the yeah to that as well. Miami is going to be a relatively good football team next year. As to how good, that's yet to be determined. But you got to think about it. He just went from playing in the best conference in all of college football, facing SEC defenses every single week, to now playing in the sorry and sucky ACC. Let me put this into a better perspective. Clemson won the ACC this year and was ranked, what were they, 16th, 17th in the nation? They had 3 losses before the postseason. By the way, fun fact of the day, Clemson went 0-3 versus SEC teams this year. 0-3. Good luck to Carson Beck, and I think I speak for everybody when I say this. College football is in a weird place because it's going to be extremely odd to see Carson Beck in a Miami uniform next year. I go on and on. Let's talk about this other minor topic I do want to speak on at the end of this video. There's not a lot to say about it, but I think it's worth throwing in a video. Kyle McCord, Syracuse's quarterback, some would argue and say star quarterback. I think he had over 5,000 passing yards this year. He's entering the NFL draft. Everybody wrote off McCord after that Pittsburgh game. If you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. He had 5 or 6 interceptions in one game. But outside of that, the dude had a heck of a season. I know, it was in the sorry and sucky ACC, but I think he could easily be a second or third round pick. He has a ton of upside, and what I love about his game is he doesn't let an interception get to him. He just bounces back. And if you look at any great or good NFL quarterback, they all have that same mentality. Good luck to Mr. Kyle McCord. That's going to be something to keep your eyes on. Many things I could say. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down below. But